right now, absolutely right now, you are living your dream life. You've always had success, the abundance, the joy. You've always wanted this and you've always had this in you. You are just one quantum leap away. Just one. And it's not that hard. All you have to do is one, sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your happiness now for the abundance later. See, we start getting logical about things. I'll do it tomorrow, when this happens, when that day comes. It's not what we want to do. It is at your taking right now. Right freaking now. So I know you've heard of the multiverse of, these infinite versions of you existing, each one of you, different experiences, different outcomes, exist all at once, simultaneously. So you don't have to wait for the change to happen. You can shift absolutely right now. So look, this isn't a theory. Quantum jumping allows you to step into the reality you choose, where the opportunities, the relationships, the freedom that you desire that which you are. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to stop completely living on your default programming. It's time. It is time right now for you to consciously create your reality and jump into the life you were meant to live, my friend. This shift happens now, right now. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do I actually make this jump? And I mean, truth be told, it all begins with your mind. So many videos on mindset, so many videos on law of attraction online. There's so much information. Why are you watching this video? Because you crave more information, which is the wrong path. You have the information. You see, the key to quantum jumping lies in specific meditations. This is why I'm so passionate about meditation. It changed my life beyond what I could have ever imagined. I was so down. I was so freaking lost. I didn't have a family. I didn't have friends. I was sleeping in my car. I was literally just like a leaf in the wind and no direction. Meditation brought me to that centered space where I could find my purpose, find my true being. All that reactivity, I used to be so emotionally reactive. Completely gone. Completely gone. Being able to handle situations better, being able to handle my own emotions better. This was just epic, just monumental. So when we use these different meditations, we need to be in a correct brainwave state, theta brainwave, which is basically deep meditative states. And it's the state that your brain is whenever you first wake up, you first go to sleep, when you're falling asleep, right when you're drifting off, that's theta. This is hands down the best time to meditate. Theta brainwave states. So what do? How do we change our base level frequency? Through visualization and meditative practices. What do? We wake up in the morning. This is prime stuff. This is what I coach. Go to your couch, to your chair, sit on the floor, doesn't matter. As soon as you feel yourself become conscious in the morning, don't lie in bed for 5 minutes. You're wasting time. Get up, sit straight up, and just close your eyes and begin meditation. Don't fall asleep. Don't fall back asleep. Stay in that theta. Start to visualize. Just start to visualize that which you desire. Start small. But then, the more detailed, the more you can make this picture, just super, super real. That is how you really make change happen in your life. Start to visualize. Smell the smells. Are you at the sea? Can you taste the sea air? That salty sea air? Can you feel the sand in your toes? Really immerse yourself in the imaginal act. That is so key. And we all have an imagination. Let it run wild. Let it go. Don't restrict it. Just allow yourself to imagine what you desire and feel the gratitude of already having that. Even if it's just in your imagination. You can look in the 3D world, and I recommend that you completely disregard the 3D world. It means nothing. It means nothing unless you give it some sort of meaning. Disregard it. Live in your meditation. Live in your visualization. And in waking life, Just take the actionable steps that you know you need to take to get you where you're going. That's it. Go work out. Just go do it. Maybe start that business. Start, writing some emails, writing some email funnels. Start getting some clients, start a YouTube channel. Be thankful for that. See yourself in the future and live it. Just freaking live it. 5 minutes, 20 minutes, you could go for an hour. If you sit in that feeling with absolute conviction and complete and utter gratitude for 1 minute, that's all you need. That's all you need. So, what makes it hard? That was always my question. If I only have to do it for a minute, then why doesn't shit change? Why? I'll do it for a minute, I'll do it for 30 minutes, nothing is changing. Here's why. I was constantly looking for, first of all, the how. How is this going to happen? How will the money come? How will my desired reality be come into fruition? How? No. Cut that shit out. I was also concerned with my 3D conditions. Well, this hasn't changed. My living situation hasn't changed. I still don't have that Lamborghini. No. When you do that, you're literally just putting your frequency right back down into the gutter, and you're putting it into lack. For the millionth time, your subconscious mind does not recognize between what is real and what is not. It only recognizes the frequency. It recognizes the now. Live in the now. Just sit there. After I got good at meditation, and I could really just grab that centered space, that centered awareness right off the bat, immediately, just as soon as I closed my eyes. That is when stuff started to change. Because when you first start meditating, there's kind of a limbo. In this purgatory of meditation, a lot of people think they're meditating, but they are not. They are not. They are simply sitting there and enduring it. They're enduring it forever how long. And as soon as they're done meditating, they go right back in the muck. They grab their phone, they start scrolling, they go make that coffee, they go make that food, they grab that donut. Check it out. Meditation is full on. There is no middle ground. If you are in the middle ground, which I can see in people when I coach them, I can absolutely tell. If that is where you are, that's not meditating. That's not meditating. You're just sitting there, being patient, waiting for the session to end. No. We have to break that barrier. This is how you break that barrier. Truly, absolutely surrender to the moment. Surrender to the moment. For me, when I absolutely did this, I began crying like a little girl. I just started bawling, tears running down my face, and they were good tears. That is your body releasing chemicals that you do not need anymore. You do not need them. Let your body release them. You're not sad. You're not depressed. Okay, there's not this crazy, monumental thing happening. No. You're just relieving your true self from the ego, analytical mind, and allow it to kick and scream. It's like taming a wild horse. Just allow your ego to kick and scream and tell you all those things. But what if we do this? But if you don't do this? But if you get rid of me, then what will happen? You might suffer. No. Allow it to kick and scream, and just sit back and watch the show. And before you know it, that egotistical voice that was once controlling you and your life and your outcomes and your situation is now in the passenger seat. And don't get this wrong. A lot of people will say, kill the ego. Completely get rid of the ego. I absolutely disagree with that. We require the ego, but we need to nurture it and give it the correct information so that it helps us in the most beneficial way. Because if we don't, it's just going to tell us over and over why we're not good enough, why we can't do this, limiting belief after limiting belief. That's not what we want. So just allow it to kick and scream. That is the limbo that people, they stuck there because they don't want to give up. It's so mentally difficult at first. But once you do it, all you have to realize is, I just had to sit back and shut up and enjoy the show. No judgment, nothing. No thought, no logistics, no analyzing the situation or my mental capacity or my thoughts or my anything, none of that. Just sit back and watch the show. And what will happen is that ego mind will not fade away, but it will fade and then come back saying the things to you that you wish it to say. Here's how you do that. Allow it to fade. Break free from the 3D mind, the analytical mind, 3D linear conditions that we all talk about, buzzwords, and watch the show. And little by little, you'll start to realize that you're sitting in nothingness. It is an absolute blank canvas in there. Sometimes trauma will pop up. Childhood memories, stress, fear, a lot of emotions will pop up. But you are in the observer position. So you're just sitting there, you're just watching the show. And the more you watch the show, the more you realize you can control the actors. You can control the whole scenario with your mind. And this is another sticking point I see. People get good at meditation. They step back. They're able to meditate. They see their traumas. They see their hangups. They see their blocks. They see all the things that they need to start to work on. And they go for it. I would like you to not do that because that's advanced stuff. I want you to first be separate and calm and aware and comfortable within you, the new you first. Then you can handle all that stuff. Although, I have had situations with clients who have never meditated, and as soon as they closed their eyes and were confronted with their subconscious, they were so determined to handle it. They did it that day. That day. So many things can happen within us because, think about it. If I want to walk to the store, I have to walk to the store. In this 3D reality, it takes time. I have to do actions. I have to put my shoes on, get dressed, go out and do the thing. Not inside. Inside, I can walk to the store in an instant. I'm there right now. I'm looking at all my favorite food. I'm picking out my favorite veggies right now. Do you understand how that works? When you go inside, there is no more time. There's only now. And you can just chunk it off if you're determined. I wouldn't recommend that at the beginning, but if you're feeling it and you want to really go in there and you know that it feels right, do it. Absolutely do it. Don't let me hold you back. But I will say this. Don't do it from the standpoint of being stuck in that limbo. Do it from true meditative standpoints of the real you, the real true you. Then, and only then, my friend, real massive change can take place in your life. It'll blow your mind.